Look out particularly for Derek Drouin of Canada, and then the former world champion from Bahamas, Donald Thomas. So Bojic, Ioanu, Ingraham, Parsons, Bobrovinicki, Drouin, Thomas and Stark. The first 8 of 13 competitors. Former medalists in terms of Bernard, Mason a major chance as well. Messi, the Cameroon record holder. Well, here are the men. First of all, we've got Nick Bojic of Australia. Excelled last year in the World University Games when he had a best of 2:28, 2:23 this season. This is a twice medalist at the World Championships. Kyriakos Ioannou of Cyprus, just returning to athletics after the best this year of 2:20. Ryan Ingraham of Bahamas, he's in really good form, one of 2 20-year-olds, the youngest in this field. Then Tom Parsons of England, a finalist at world and Olympic level, cleared 2:29 just a couple of weeks ago. There'll be a cheer for this man, American-born Raymond Bobrovnicki, came to study in Edinburgh and has taken British citizenship, competing for Scotland, highly popular. This is the big favourite, the tall figure of Derek Drouin of Canada, the national record holder at 2:40, easily the best of any of the competitors here. Donald Thomas of Bahamas, who made an amazing story when he won a world title in 2007, just 1 year after taking up the sport. Brendan Stark, the second Australian in the field, also the second 20-year-old. He too has got a best of 2:28. The 2006 silver medalist returning to action this year. It's Martin Bernard of England. Big roar for him. Second talented Canadian in this field is Michael Mason, another 2:30+ jumper, 2:31 at his best. Another national record holder, this man from Botswana, Kabelo Kugosiman. He's got a best of 2:34, 2:28 this year. And 3 successive national records for the Cameroonian Fernand Messi, up to 2:28. And we have a 13-man field. So that field completed by the third Englishman, Chris Baker, who's taken his best this year up to 2:27. And indeed 2:28 indoors. Chris Baker will be the last athlete to take his first attempt, the Englishman, second in this year's UK Championships. And he whips over very nicely. So we've had 9 men go clear at 2:16. We've seen all the jumpers. 4 of them will now have to take their second attempts. All of the jumpers, of course, using the Fosbury Fop style of jumping introduced in way back, 50 years ago now, 1960. And 1 athlete left to take his first attempt at this height, which is the Englishman Chris Baker. Competed in the European under-23s last year. This is his first global championship. E2 over. So that makes 7 men who've cleared this height of 2:21 on their first attempts. The other 6 we will see in action on their second attempts. Chris Baker, the Englishman, has been improving over the recent years and indeed has cleared this height or more, up to 2:27, 2:28 indoors, several times this season. So Baker of England, first attempt at 2:25. No, not to be. Look again at Baker. Tall man, tries to get it but doesn't get too close. So we just have 3 men who've cleared 2:25 on their first attempt. Ioannou, thinking about what he has to do to clear this height on his final attempt. Chris Baker also trying to get the attention of the crowd, trying to get himself ready to become the 4th man to clear this height. Baker, 2:25. Long strides, and he has done it, yeah. 4 men now over 225. Well, this is a splendid effort by Baker in his first season of really major global championships. And doesn't he know it too? So it's clear on his second attempt. If he's going to get a medal, he's going to have to clear a higher height, because he's behind the other three. If he can clear a height, which he did indoors earlier this year, Chris Baker, but this would be an outdoor personal best. Chris Baker, whose only international competition before was 7th in the European under-23s last year, really stepping up a class here and doing well. 228 for Baker. Oh, no. Let's just have a look at this replay. Up he goes, but no, sit with his behind. So, Ioannou and Drouin clear. Mason and Baker to have their second attempts. This is Chris Baker. Plenty of support. Just getting ready for his attempt at 228. Here he goes, second attempt. No, so just one more chance to see if he can get the bronze medal. He's in 4th place. Mason and Baker out there contending, probably for the bronze medal. Mason's in that slot at the present. Those are the men who've cleared 225 and are now trying 228. Chris Baker. This jump for the bronze medal in the high jump. This jump for an outdoor personal best. He has cleared 228 indoors. Here he comes, 225 as the height. Oh no, it's not to be. Well, he's done well, but 4th place can be an agonizing position for any athlete in the major championship. But he's done well, certainly in this first global event. Chris Baker, the Englishman here. Let's look at his last attempt. Not really, I'm afraid, very close. But has done well to get 4th, clearly on his own at 225. There'll be 2 Canadians in the medals. So there's the final result of the men's high jump. The gold goes to Derek Drouin of Canada at 231. Kyriakos Ioannou of Cyprus takes silver at 228. And Mike Mason of Canada takes the bronze medal at 225, with Baker 4th on countback at also 225. And that's the final result. The defending champion, Donald Thomas, could only manage 9th equal.